Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday nights. Tony! There he is. What is going on, Mr. Tony? Hey, Troy's in the house. What's cracking, Troy? How's it going, Josh? Big Josh in the house tonight. What's going on, Josh? Drinking a bud, watching the stock report. I got the same plans after the break. Same plans. Yo, Darren. What's going on, Darren? Ah, gotcha. The Chargers game. For sure, for sure. Yeah, these playoffs have been crazy. How about those Bears, Troy? Troy, I am riding high. The last 24 hours have been absolutely insane. You know as well as I do as a Chicago fan how crazy that game was yesterday against the Packers. Halfway through the game, we see that Alex Bregman gets signed by the Cubs for 175 million. And then me, all my buddies are like, "Hey, whatever happens in this game, hey, at least we got Bregman." And then little by little, start chipping back into it. That is one of the most phenomenal games I've ever seen. I am looking forward to getting to work tomorrow, wearing my Bears sweatshirt with like a giant bear, like grating a piece of cheese. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be whistling into work when I walk in tomorrow. I got a lot of Packers fans at work. For those of you guys that don't know, I live and teach in Northern Illinois, probably like 10 minutes from the Cheddar Curtain that is Wisconsin. So I'm gonna be whistling as I walk in. So I was definitely stressing during the game, but a lot of fun at the end and after. Yeah, it was legit. I can't even believe it. I still don't believe it's true. I just think I was dreaming last night, and then Illinois won. Like I said, the Bulls won last night. Blackhawks have pitched the shutout. Man, what a night for Chicago sports. All right, we're up to 9 people. I'd like to welcome everybody to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. My name is Bart. I've been the one that's messaging you on eBay. We got a ton of returning guys coming back this week, which makes me happy, makes me excited. So welcome back, everybody. But we do got a handful of people that are trying the breaks for the first time. So welcome aboard, everybody. I'm happy to have you guys. Feel free to jump in the chat as I tell everybody who asked me about the breaks and what it's all about. We got a great group of guys here, and they're going to make it enjoyable no matter what happens, no matter what items we pull. It's going to be enjoyable because people are getting in the chat. They're talking to each other. We got some banter going, little trash talk, sure, whatever the case may be, but everything's positive, and I love that. All right, so we're going to get after it. What's going on, Dan? Fantasy champs in the house. Dan bragging rights for the next 9 months or so. So the champs in the house. All right, guys, we've got quite a bit of items here that we're going to take care of here tonight. We've got for football, we've got our black bag edition football jersey. This is the last one that I have for the time being until the distributor restocks it. So we're gonna play around with some different things. For those of you guys that have already looked at next week's breaks, instead of having a black bag, I do have a signed and slabbed for football. So that's kind of cool. So I've got some of those that will replace the black bag for the time being. The big boy for tonight's break is the full-size authentic helmet. This is the second one that I had and the last one that I have. Again, for the time being, hoping that there's a monster lurking in this guy. I'm going to do football last today. I usually do it first, but it makes sense that if that's the biggest item we have on the board, I want to end with that, end with some fireworks. We do got some baseball cracking. I believe this is my last black bag jersey for baseball, so we're going to be mixing that in as well. For baseball, we also have the signed and slabbed, so that'll be the 2 items there. Everybody knows the last couple of weeks we've had the hockey. We had a really solid Brett Hull jersey come out last week, really snazzy one, and that would have been easily in my PC. A little bit tough to pack it up and send it out, but I know it found a nice place. I believe last week it went out to Dave J. The last break that we're going to have here, or the last items we're going to break for the first time. We're going to do some multi-sport 8x10s. So I do have the full case. There are 10 that come. So 10 8x10s that come in a case. The first thing I wanted to do tonight was open this case up and then number all the 8x10s. We did that in the past for football, and that seemed to work really well. So that way for the guys that come back week to week, again, another level of transparency, right? Everybody gets to see what numbers we've done and what numbers are left in the box. So that way everybody's aware that I'm not like switching them out or something like that. So that's never my game. So, all right. So I'm not opening any items. I'm just opening the case itself, and we're going to number these guys off. So as you guys saw, a little quick trip around the 8x10 case there, everything in good working order. But inside of the case, the 8x10s are sealed. So it's not like we're going to see anything. So I'm not going to wish anybody's teams luck yet. For the multi-sport, we're also doing it by sport itself. So we've got basketball, baseball, we've got hockey, football, and other. Of course, other will constitute anything else that is not one of the major sports like basketball, baseball, football. So as you can see, like wrestling will be a good example of other. I think there's soccer in there. I think there's Formula One. So other's a good spot. So, all right. So let's break this seal. Take a look at this case. Again, not opening any items currently, just showing you guys the fresh case and where it came from. All right. So then right here, we'll take a second really fast and just number these guys off. We will do the first 2 of these. So as you guys can see, we've got 10 total. And what I'll do is I'll just number them really fast. So give me 1 second, guys. Again, this is just for the transparency aspect. And for the guys that have been around, you know that's what I'm all about. That is also the drinking game for our break room. So if you hear me say the word transparency and you're enjoying a beverage, whatever that beverage may be, whether it's an adult beverage or just a soda or something like that, feel free to partake. All right. So thanks for giving me a second there, guys. We're all labeled through 10. And that way we'll just know week to week kind of where we're at and where we're going. So as you guys can see there, all labeled all the way through 10. So tonight, we just opened the fresh case. So we were doing 1 and 2, which means 3 through 10 are going back in the box and they are going off of my table. All right. So the next time we don't have to open it live, we'll just jump into the next one's in order. And next week, I believe we'll do 3 and 4. I have it lined up and ready to rock and roll. All right. Hope all is well. Otherwise, special shout out to everybody that jumped in again. Like I said, this week, the new people, the returning people. I had a ton of people come through and help me out yesterday and today and on Friday nights to fill the break. We are completely full. All the spots are sold. So that's an encouraging thing. If anything you guys can do to help like and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that. No pressure, but if it's not a thing to you, it makes a difference to me. So like and a subscribe if you haven't done so, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, we got a Facebook group. The Facebook group you can find in the video description here. And if you want to join in, we got like I said, a great group of guys. And there's some nice competitive banter and things like that on Facebook. So feel free to join us, and then you can jump into the freebie breaks and all those kind of things. That being said, I think order-wise, like I said, I think football will be the last thing that we do here tonight. I think I want to start with baseball. I think baseball will be a good start. I think then I'm going to go into hockey. I think then I'm going to do the 8x10s, and then we're going to end with some big boys and hopefully some fireworks here at the end for somebody. If you weren't here the last time we opened one of these big full-size authentics, we had a Steve Atwater for the Denver Broncos, and it was a really legit orange helmet. And I ended up looking it up like after the break because I was just curious like how much they were going for. And I think it was like $500 that the helmet was worth. So I'm hoping that we get a nice big hit here for somebody. I can't promise that it's going to be a $100 hit, but hey, who knows, right? So I would love for a big hit to go to somebody here. And I'm excited to see what's coming out of that box because I've had it for a while and I was always very curious as to what it would be. Sweet. All right. Yeah. More slabs coming. So that's exciting. Yeah. There you go, Tony. Thanks you. I appreciate that. Can you see the transparency? Of course, take another sip. All right. So we're going to get after it, guys. So as always, a friendly reminder that eBay does require that I mark all items as shipped whether or not your team hits. If your team ends up hitting the memorabilia, you'll see that there's a tracking number that's attached to it as well. That tracking number is your confirmation that your team is the one that hit and that you're going to be receiving the piece of memorabilia. Of course, if your team does not hit, I will mark it as shipped. Unfortunately, you won't receive any item for that break. Of course, breaks are more fun when your team hits, but just know that it's a numbers game, and the more often you jump in and the more teams you take, it tends to improve the odds. No pressure. All right, so quick trip around the bag itself. like I said, we're going to start with baseball. We had a really nice Doc Gooden jersey come out last week. I believe it went out to Jean-Marie. So Jean-Marie, one of our regular guys. So that was really cool. I'm hoping that there's another one here. This is like I said, the last 2 black bags that I have for the time being. I'm looking into getting some multi-sport black bags. So I thought that would be kind of cool. It seemed like people were open to the idea of doing some multi-sport. So there's like some soccer jerseys and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for it. I'll let you guys know when I officially get it, but that is currently what is on my radar as we kind of gear up for the spring and all those things that come along with it. All right, let's get after it. So good luck to all teams here. Let's start with this black bag edition for baseball, and then we'll go over to the sign and slab. All right, let's do it. Come on, boys. Why not? It's been a big weekend for Chicago. How about a big weekend for somebody here in the breaks tonight? Good luck to all teams. All right, here we go. All right. So we've got some whites. We've got some blue. I can tell you that I do see a 85 World Series champs inscription. And when it comes to this one, we've got Wilson. So I've got Wilson here. In my mind, the colors are saying this is either Dodgers or I think Royals. So we'll have to go take a look. But it looks like William Wilson. I don't have my World Series champs memorized from the 80s. Maybe you guys are better than me. But this looks like William Wilson. Really nice Beckett cert here. So nice autograph. And then in terms of the Beckett cert, guys, we got BS 03549. BS 03549. I got Tony telling me KC. And yeah, it was in my mind, it was one of the two. So we'll go take a look and then we'll look them up and we'll take a peek at it. All right. Nice thing about the baseball jerseys. Of course, we can take a look at the front of it and see what's what. All right. And this one is Kansas City. So this one's going out to the Royals. There's a Royals hit. It's been a while since we've hit a Royal, so that's exciting. It is 85 World Series champs inscription. Beckett authenticated. That's what's up. Coming out of the black bag, I'll take that all day. We'll go take a peek at it really fast. But since we know where it's going, I'll say who it belongs to. Per Google, yeah. You're so modest, Tony, that you admit to that. I know a lot of guys that be like, yeah, I'm totally aware of it. I'm keen to it. So, all right, guys. And for tonight, when it comes to the baseball for the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals tonight. This is Tony. Congrats, Tony. Tony jumping in the chat per Google. This one's going out to Tony. Kansas City Royals. Congrats, Tony. Tony riding a little bit of a hot streak. We'll say a couple of words about Mr. Wilson. Give me a second, guys. I always like to nerd out a little bit. Hopefully you don't mind. I imagine the reason that why you guys are here is you are a sports nerd like myself. So you probably won't mind. All right. So it says William, I believe, on the autograph. Oh, it could be Willie. So on Pro Baseball Reference, Willie Wilson, drafted by the Royals in the first round. He was an outfielder. He was a switch hitter. 46.1 career WAR, almost 8,000 at bats, over 2,000 hits, 376 slugging, 668 stolen bases. Ooh, baby. 2-time All-Star, 1985 World Series champ, Gold Glove winner, 2-time Silver Slugger, batting title champ. Dang. 19-year career, and 15 of them were with the Kansas City Royals. That's what's up. All right. That's a nice start. Little firework. Oh, we got Mike A in the house. What's going on, Mike? Mike A in the house. What's going on, Mike? All right, Willie Wilson. One more time here. Kansas City Royals. Going out to Tony. All right, congrats, Tony. All right, let's keep this thing moving along. So we'll continue on with the baseball, like I mentioned. We'll jump over to the Signed and Slabbed, which has been doing us right since the opening inaugural box that we've opened. So we'll keep it rolling here. Let's see what else we can get for somebody. All right, quick little trip around the tiny box. When it comes to the sign and slabbed, there's a kind of a triple transparency. You know what to do. We've got cellophane wrapping. We've got that patented secondary seal. And on the inside, there will be a black kind of cellophane wrapping for the card itself. All right, so we won't waste a ton of time. We'll get after it. So here goes the cellophane. We'll take a look at this patented secondary seal. As you guys can see, patented secondary seal in good working order. Let's open this guy up. Again, there is a black bag on the inside. All right, here's what we got for the week. So for baseball wise, let's see what we can do here. Good luck to all teams. Like I said, we've had some really nice hits come out of here. Last week, Gem Mint 10, Reed Detmers, PSA DNA certified. Tiny trip around the tiny bag. All right, fellas, let's get after it. A big unit, D-backs. That would be sweet. Josh, that would be legit. Big unit coming out of here. That would be a banger. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. Like I said, Josh calling his shot. After all, that's what the break room's all about. All right, will it be a big unit? Will Josh tell me a couple numbers to play for the lotto this week? All right, he can still tell me, even if it's not the big unit, you can still give me some numbers to play. I swear I'll split the pot with you if it hits. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. What do we got? Oh, baby. Fellas, another banger. And the rich get richer. It's a Kansas City Royal, and it's the right one. Fellas, Bobby Witt Jr., PSA, DNA, certified, authentic, Bobby Witt, blue Sharpie, on the Bowman first. Oh my goodness. Tony. Oh my. This is a solid hit. I think I've told you guys in the past, but we got some new people here. I got an affinity in my heart for Bowman products. Bowman First, Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. Man. All right, this is going to go straight in my PC. I'm just going to open up another box. All right, Tony? This one's going to be mine. And I'll just open you up another one over there. Here, I'm going to go get it right now. I'm just kidding, Tony. This one's all yours, but man, you know that. Always just playing around, having a good time. So yeah, this one's going out to Tony. Tony, I'm jealous of this. I imagine there's a ton of guys here right now that are jealous of this one. This is sweet. Tony's been collecting some slabs here the last couple weeks. That's sweet. We got Bowman Briefing. Bowman 25 on the card number. And the card is crispy. PSA, DNA certified. Oh my goodness. Tony is always up for trades. He just wants to specify that it won't be this week. All right, that's man, that is a really solid start for the Royals, and that is a really solid start for Tony. Double hits. That's crazy. That's wild. But I got a World Series champ in Willie Wilson, and you got the old school and you got the new school. We got a little yin yang going, and I hope that trend continues. We get a couple more big hits here for people. All right. Again, congrats to Tony. Bobby Witt. I know he's a monster. You guys know he's a monster. How many home runs did Bobby Witt? How many home runs did he hit last year? We're about to go find out. Home runs. 23 home runs last year. He's already up to 105 for his career. Oh my goodness. Only 25. He's only 25 years old. Platinum glove title. Batting title. Oof, oof, oof. That is that's a sweet hit. Congrats again. All right, fellas. We'll keep Bobby and Willie up there. How about some hockey? So we'll get into some hockey and then we'll do some 8x10s. Just give me a second. I'll push these 8x10s up so that everybody can see them. All right. Let's do this thing. How about some hockey? I know that we got some hockey guys that have been waiting on some hits. So sending positive juju to everybody in the hockey, especially those guys that have been kind of on a cold streak. So good luck to everybody. All right, here we go. One quick trip around the box itself. Same thing, Gold Rush product, cellophane wrapping, patented secondary seal. There will be no cellophane on the inside. As soon as we open it up, we'll get the jersey. Everybody knows I don't claim to be a hockey guy, but I know we got hockey guys here and guys that know how to use Google apparently. So I know that I'm in good hands. All right. We had a nice Brett Hull last week. How sweet would one of these on the front cover be? Is that Ovechkin calling our name? That would be pretty sweet. I mean, any of these guys, honestly. Even a ton of guys that are not on this front cover would be awesome. So, all right, guys. Good luck to all teams. Here goes the cellophane. Let's do this thing. Tony's feeling pretty good right now. See if we can spread around the love. All right, here we go, guys. Patented secondary seal. As you guys can see, good working order there. All right. Good luck to all teams. Ovechkin would be nuts. But hey, this whole weekend has been kind of crazy. So at least in my world, Chicago guy. So, and we just played the Capitals. So, all right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. Here goes the seal. How about another banger? More fireworks, please. Here we go. What if they messed up and put another jersey in there? A Royals jersey? That's hilarious, Josh. That is hilarious. That would be... I know Tony wouldn't be upset. All right, here we go. Hockey jersey this week. Oh! That's a nice name. LaFontaine. LaFontaine. Again, from a not big hockey guy, but getting better at it. I know that's a nice name. Going out to the Islanders. At least that's what Darren's telling me. All right. Big old 16. Sweet autograph. Hall of Fame 2003 inscription there, boys. Sweet auto. Got the number inscription up top. Hall of Fame inscription down below. Beckett cert. On the Beckett cert, fellas, we got BK 75374. BK 75374. Stayed out of the stitching. You know me. Tony's starting to know me too well. You can predict everything I'm saying. He just knows. All right, we're gonna take a peek at it. I'm under good authority that it's Islanders. But the nice thing about the baseball and the hockey is it will say up front. Of course, I will pack it up nicely and get it sent out to that person tomorrow. But that's what she looks like outside of the bag. And this one is going out to New York. Islanders hit. New York Islanders. LaFontaine. I'll say who belongs to, and then I'll go take a peek at LaFontaine. I know it's a good name, but I want to educate myself, so maybe the next time I see him, I'll remember something. All right. All right, LaFontaine. All right. And when it comes to the New York Islanders, this week, we got Dave J. So Dave J taking it down. Dave continues his little hot streak. So congrats, Dave. I'm not sure if you're here tonight. Sometimes Dave is here, but if I missed it, I'm sorry. So congrats, Dave. Dave was the winner of the Brett Hull jersey last week. And now he's taking LaFontaine for the Islanders. Congrats. Those are solid hits. Let's go take a peek at some stats. All right, Pat LaFontaine, drafted by the Islanders in the first round. He was a third overall pick. He's a center. He's right-handed. Oh, my goodness. 468 goals, 865 games played, over 1,000 points, 552 penalty minutes, Hall of Famer, All-Star, 94-95 Masterton, was on the NHL 100th anniversary team as being a top 100 greatest player of all time. 15-year career. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're gonna be in the NHL for more than 10 years, I mean, just in general, you're tough as nails. 15 years in the NHL, man, I can only imagine how much of a toll it took on him. Like, you got to be tough as nails. Yeah, congrats, congrats, Dave. As always, thanks for everybody for being positive. As I've said before, I know it's more fun when your team is the one that hits, but we'll spread around the love. If today's not your day, there's nothing that says it can't be the next time around. All right, give me a second to do a little shuffling. So, baseball in the books. We got hockey in the books. We're going to jump over to the 8x10s. We're going to end with football. If you sign on a little bit later for football, we've got the black bag as well as the full-size authentic. Full-size authentic. All right. So here we go. We've got 1 and 2 from a fresh case. 1 and 2 from a fresh case. Now, a little bit different for the multi-sports, as I'm sure the people that jumped in are aware of, but just everybody else, if you're watching, maybe you're interested, maybe next time. Again, entirely by sport. So then when you buy the spot for basketball, if any basketball player comes out, regardless of team, then that will go to your spot. Of course, there's also a baseball spot, football, hockey, and other. So it's all right. We got 5 people in it. I think one person did take a couple spots, but there's some good potential in here, as you can see from the front cover. All right, let's do it. So we've got 2 fresh 8x10s. Let's go ahead and open number 1 first. All right, I know it was a fresh case. We just opened it, but why not? Of course, when it comes to these, there's just a pull tab here, fellas. So just a pull tab that we're going to open there. But yeah, just take a look. Make sure everything's in good working order. Not that it would be otherwise. Okay, so here we go. First time. That's actually, no, not the first time we've opened it. I had a giveaway. If you guys remember, I did like a little giveaway for Christmas. I believe it went out to Dan. I believe I went to Dan, our champ, fantasy football. So then, no, actually, no, it wasn't Dan. Dan won the fantasy football. I think the other one that we did for the Christmas present, I think went out to Mike, if I remember correctly. So we've opened it before. I think we had J.K. Dobbins, I think, for Mike. All right, let's do it. So good luck to everybody that's in the 8x10s. Since it's the first time we're doing it, special shout out to all of you. So thanks for giving it a go. I do appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Pull tab. Good luck to everybody that's into the 8x10s multi-sport. I'm excited for you, and I hope that we can deliver some nice hits here. All right, here we go. Box number 1, or photo number 1. All right, and this one is a baseball hit. And wouldn't you know it, the Chicago ties continue. This is a beautiful baseball hit. So that is a beautiful baseball hit, in my opinion. Of course, if you guys don't recognize this guy, he's currently a free agent. Just finished up a year on the Cubs. He originally played for the Astros. Cubs traded for him and paid a hefty price. Absolutely started mashing at the beginning of the season. Got injured and fell off a little bit. Of course, if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Kyle Tucker. Arguably the biggest free agent right now on the market, depending on who you talk to. I would say that he's a monster. That is a nice hit for baseball. Congrats, baseball spot. We've got Beckett Cert. On the Beckett Cert, we got BP 83153. BP 83153. And we got a World Series sticker from 2019. A little shimmer on it. And it also has a little code there. I won't read it out loud, but that's sweet. World Series authenticated. Over here on the side, also got a little World Series there. That's sweet. Even though he's no longer a Cub, and I have a feeling after Bregman, we're not getting Tucker. It'd be crazy, and if we did, that was a really nice hit. Congrats. So then I will put him here for the time being. Congrats to the baseball spot. And when it comes to, the World Series holo is pretty sweet. When it comes to baseball this week, we got Ashley. So Ashley A. I think I actually have seen it on the baseballs. I think I've seen that where they get like a special little sticker insignia. So this one's going out to Ashley. Ashley A. Ashley is a first timer to the break room, so I'm not sure if you're here, Ashley, tonight, but congrats if you're watching the video later on. So, Ashley, this one's coming out to you for the baseball spot. Kyle Tucker, definitely one that I would be interested in. And congrats to you. That's coming your way, Ashley, tomorrow. I know you're new to the room, so I like to ship out on Mondays. Since we're breaking on Sunday, that will be tomorrow. All right, we got one more. We got one more of the 8x10s. So quick trip around the 8x10. Same thing, little pull tab. Less talking since we just opened one. So, all right. As you guys can see, pull tab, good working order. All right, let's do it. Good luck to all 5 spots for the multi-sport. Pull tab is deceiving me today. Okay, let's try the other side. All right, good luck to all teams. Let's do it. What do we got in 8x10 number 2? All right, this is how it's starting. So let's go take a peek. All right, it looks like Team USA. It looks like it might be track and fields. We've got the autograph right there. We got a Beckett cert. So at the very least, we can go take a peek and see who it is. But I think on the back, we'll be able to see it. It's kind of sweet, little retro. Y82764. Y82764. Little Team USA. What do we got here? Wilbert McClure. Wilbert McClure. I'm going to have to go take a look at this one. Wilbert McClure. I suppose it could be other sports, but we'll go take a look and see what he's known for. But that's pretty sweet. Got the retro, 3 guys in the USA, donning some medals here. All right, let's go take a look. Wilbert McClure. Yeah, if it's other, then I think that is Tony. If it's other, which it looks like it is going to be, but let's be sure. Oh, it's boxing. Sweet. It's boxing. Wilbert Skeeter McClure. Professional boxer. He won gold medals. 1960 Olympics. He boxed from 1959 up until 1970. That's dope. This is why I like the other spot, because there's so many things that it could be. Middleweight boxer. Sweet. Wonder who the other guys in the picture are. Dang. After retiring from boxing, he earned a doctorate degree in psychology and enjoyed a long career as a psychotherapist in Massachusetts. Dang. To take that many hits and then still go pursue a doctorate, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. It does kind of look like Ollie in the middle. So now I want to know. Yeah, life after sports. It doesn't always end out like that, I'll tell you. Especially in boxing, man. Such a brutal sport, but that's crazy. Yeah, so then Wilbert McClure is the one here on the right. So then this is Wilbert's. That one's Wilbert's. Trying to see if I can catch the other guys' names. No, not that it matters, but maybe I'll look it up and I'll shoot that out to Tony and let him know. But that's really cool. So then that will go to the other spots. And the other spot this week this is Tony. So Tony hits the hat trick, cleans up the baseball, catches an 8x10. Congrats, Tony. Congrats. All right. And now the main event. There's some really nice hits here that we've had today. I'm going to rearrange here for a second, fellas. Give me a second. So I'll try to keep everything as visible as I can without taking all my space for what will be football. All right. And then I've got Wilson here as well. So, all right, that'll work. All right, guys, we're down to our last two items for this week. So far, so good. I mean, looking at what we have here so far, fellas, it's hard to complain with those names that we're seeing. This is why I love the Gold Rush products. They don't pay me to say that. I just think they make a solid product. All right, so we'll get after it. We've got some football. This is the last black bag for football that I have. So then we'll take you on a quick trip around the bag itself. Dan B opened up one last week and got a nice Ernest Biner. And for those guys on the Facebook group, it looks like he's already taking good care of it. I got to tell you, Dan, looking at the picture you sent to the group with you mounting that jersey in the frame, you got some talent. If you did that by yourself, that's pretty darn good. So let's see what else we got here. Good luck to all teams. Let's see if we can spread around the love a little bit. Here we go. Good luck to all teams. We'll do this, and then we'll do the big boy authentic helmet. All right, here we go. I'm seeing some orange. Oh, baby. I love it. Oh, man. Montez Sweats. And I believe this is for your Bears, my Bears, our Chicago Bears, if I'm not mistaken. This is Montez Sweat. Had a really monumental second half in the game last night. That is so sweet. Sweet Sweat. Man, that's sweet. All right, who's going to want to trade me for this? Who wants the wheel and deal? We'll find out in a second. That's a sweet one. There's the other side. No, that's sweet. Montez Sweat on the 98. PSA cert. So on the certification, fellas, PSA WB 674507. WB 674507. That is sweet. All right. Like I said, who wants to trade? I don't know what other people like, but if there's something I got that you want, I can trade you for it. All right, so Montez Sweat, I believe. I'll make sure to be sure, but I believe it to be true. Montez Sweat, number 98, Chicago Bears. The Bears. Monster game last night, at least the second half. Ended up getting one of the game balls, I believe, from the coach. All right, Chicago Bears. I don't know a better guy to get it. I know he's a Chicago guy. This one's going out to Troy. Troy. I don't know if you're still here. Troy, we got it done last night. And on top of that, Montez Sweat coming your way. Troy, Chicago guy, taking it down. Congrats, Troy. Heck yeah. There's some fire for sure. Let's continue it on. And the biggest item that we got here, let's do it. Solid names across the board. Let's do it one more time, and let's do it in a big way. All right, the last full-size authentic that I have. Maybe I'll get some in the future, but as of right now, I don't have any on the docket in my mind, but maybe you guys will convince me. All right. I've had it for a while now. One of the original items that I got when I started the channel. So I guess a special place in my heart for it. And I'm hoping that it's holding a monster for somebody. All right. As you guys can see, box itself. I'm just going to show you guys all the tape just to be sure everything looks good on your end. So I am going to open it on the top here. So we've got the tape all the way across, patented secondary seal. As you can see with the nice shimmer, everything in good working order. Other side, fellas. On the other side, tape. Everything looking good. How about on the bottom? I'm not going to open the bottom, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to show the tape down there. So let's do it. So as you guys can see, a little tape there. Everything looks good. Secondary seal on the bottom, which will not be open, but a little shimmer. Looks good. And on the back side, tape. Looks good. All right. Big box. Obviously, full-size authentic. I'm going to do the best that I can. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the top there, and then I'm going to lean it forward, and I'll open it up with you. The last time we did it, there's like a box on the inside, so it won't know right away. We'll pull it out, and we'll go take a look at the team. All right. Let's do it, guys. Big boy. Big boy coming our way. And this thing with some fireworks. I still have a Blitz box. I think I told you guys for the Super Bowl. I think on the Super Bowl week, I'll open up a Blitz box. So be on the lookout for that in a couple weeks. And that will be the last Blitz box that I have as well. All right, let's do it. Enough talking about it. Let's be about it. Let's get those fireworks. All right, here we go. One side open. Other side open. And here goes the top. All right, there goes the seal. Seal's open. Good luck to all teams. Hopefully a monster here for somebody. Come on now. Let's do this thing right and the right way. All right, here we go. As promised, another box. It is a speed authentic. Speed authentic. All right, let's do it. All right. Here we go, fellas. As you can see, this looks like it's going out to the Seahawks. This one looks like it's going out to the Seahawks. It looks pretty sweet. It looks like a matte white helmet. Seahawks. Now let's take a look at who it is. All right. It's a good one. It's a good one. That's there'd be some fireworks for that one. Imagine everybody knows the player. In a little hot water lately, but nonetheless, nobody will ever doubt the impact that he had for the Seahawks. This is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf on the full size. Full size. DK Metcalf. And that is sweet. That is matte white. Full size authentic. Holy smokes. Boom. Yeah, and it looks sweet. I'll take you guys on a trip around it. Beautiful. Huge autograph. Like I said, the impact that he had in Seattle will not go understated. Beckett Cert. WG99544. WG99544. Yeah, color match. I love when they do that. I'm a sucker for these matte whites too. I think I've told you guys silver Sharpie on black background, but the matte white, really all the mattes in general. I've got a Lance Briggs full size on matte white, and I think he signed in orange, and it's pretty dope. And that's a nice hit. Seattle Seahawks. There's the front of it. Little pattern. Here's the inside of it in case you care to know what that looks like. Full size authentic. Seattle Seahawks, DK Metcalf. Boom. That is dope. All right. Big item. Monster. I love it. That's a great hit. All right. For Seattle Seahawks this week, we got another new person. This one's going out to Dwayne. Dwayne P. Dwayne P. And I talked to Dwayne a little bit on eBay. Dwayne is a big Seattle fan through and through. I think he jumped in all the breaks for some Seattle. So congrats to Dwayne. Dwayne P. taking it down. DK Metcalf. Full size, authentic. Dang. That is sweet. Congrats again. Yeah, thanks, fellas. Yes, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. You stumbled upon a great group of people, in my opinion. I'll take you on a quick little recap here, guys. Like we said, full size, authentic, out to the Seahawks and Dwayne. For baseball, we had a couple nice hits. We had Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. This one went out to Tony. Really nice sign and slabbed. PSA DNA certified. Authentic auto on a Bowman first. And it looks crispy in there. That was a really nice hit. We had Kyle Tucker for the baseball spot in the 8x10s. I believe this one went out to Ashley. So Ashley A took that one down. When it comes to the second 8x10 that we opened tonight, I went to Wilbert, I believe Skeeter McClure, a boxer who won the gold medal in 1960. That's a sweet one for the other spot. Also went out to Tony. Tony ended up hitting the hat trick here tonight. So congrats to Tony. He's had a nice little streak of luck here. We had the Montez Sweat for the black bag. That one went out to Troy. Troy, another Chicago guy, so I know he'll take good care of it, and that will find its way into his PC. We had Willie Wilson. We had Willie Wilson come out for the Royals as well. So it was a nice night for the Royals. And Tony, that was the trifecta. And then we had LaFontaine for the Islanders. And that one went out to Dave J. All right, fellas. That will wrap up the breaks for this week. I would say that we had a pretty good night. Again, I know that it would be better if some more teams had hit, but congrats to all the people that ended up winning. Again, that's no fault of their own. So congrats to them. I know the breaks are more enjoyable when your team hits, but hey, I mean, look at the board. It's hard to argue that we didn't have our fair share here. And even though it might not be your turn tonight, if you want, no pressure, stick with it. And of course, it's just a simple numbers game, guys. You stick around. And of course, I imagine good things will happen. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Congrats again, Tony. Congrats on the trifecta. Congrats on the hat trick. Okay. Darren, I'm with you. I know Darren's been on a little cold streak calling dibs. I think Darren is due. I got to put it in the ether as well. Yeah, you too, Dan. Have a great week as well. As always, thank you guys for making this week happen. As always, be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Enjoy your family and friends. I'm going to catch you guys next Saturday. So I'm back on Saturday for next week. And then the week after that, I'm still not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday, but I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to catch you guys here sooner rather than later. Hopefully you'll be back. Again, no pressure. If you're interested, the breaks are up there right now. And there won't be any full-size helmets, but we got another mini helmet to do. So that should be exciting. We got one last mini helmet. Hopefully that brings some fire as well. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, Darren. Take care, everybody. Hope you guys have a great week. Till next time. Transparency. See ya.